Hi everyone. Today, welcome to Pilates and Yoga. First of all, today's tutorial, we're going to be focusing and exploring on the exercise, the rollover. I'll show you how I teach it. I'll show you all the different variations of how I teach it and what I recommend a client to do when they're learning how to do this exercise or when they're just trying to gain confidence for this exercise, because I think that is what holds people back a lot of the times. They're a little weary, and understandably so. So let's go ahead and get started on our mats. Lay all the way down, hands by your side, and your legs straightened out. So I know there's a ton of different versions out there. This is just the way that I like to teach it. These are the versions that I really enjoy. So just putting that out there. Inhale, exhale, lift the legs up, reach the legs up and overhead, flex the feet, separate. You can touch the toes to the floor and then roll on down. Finish it off with a nice big leg circle and repeat. Flex, separate, roll on down, nice big circle, and repeat. Now, what do you do if all of those parts don't seem appealing to you? I'll give you one version that I usually give to my students to prep with, and that's hands down by your sides, feet or knees bent into the chest. And what I like to do is I like to get a block or a ball or a pillow even. A pillow might be a little bit nicer, but something that elevates your hips and put it like towards the very edge of your hips. That way your hips are already lifted. It's going to seem like they're lifted halfway, but it's really not that much of a difference. And then from here, you're just going to lift your hips off the block, off the ball, and then back down. Like that's literally the only goal, just lifting and lowering. That's it. So if you get used to that, you gain a little bit more control over where your weight is on your shoulders and on your neck. And after that, usually comes a little bit of confidence, or at least enough to try to straighten the legs. Now, if you're afraid of going all the way over and possibly, hurting your neck or tightening it up, I would suggest having a wall behind you and getting a little closer to the wall. So that way when your legs stretch, this is a bad example because my wall isn't too close to me, but if you but if you overreach your feet, you have the wall that kind of pauses your feet in the air, and then you're going to lower down. Remember, I always recommend my students, do the exercises that you feel comfortable with. And if you're a little hesitant but you want to try, that's a really great place to start. There's always a way to modify these exercises to make it something that you enjoy and something that you can work towards. Remember, it's a practice, right? So anyway, those are the versions that I really like to do. Those are the versions that I like to teach people. Sometimes I'll switch it up a bit, but for the most part, that's the rollover. So if you have any questions, leave it in the comments down below. And remember that these exercises aren't necessary. You don't have to do these exercises in a class if you don't want to. Choose something else to do that is similar in the goal of the exercise, which is spinal articulation, abdominal engagement, stretching, so many different things. But you can easily get that from something like a bridge, like a shoulder bridge, or just a regular bridge articulating the hips up and down. So anyway, I'm here to let you know you can do any variation you want to do, all right? Including these ones. All right, everyone, hope to see you in my next tutorial.